G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Look what I've got. I made myself a new mold. It's a bubble mold, you guys. I've been wanting to do this for ages. So today is the first time I am going to pour in this gorgeous mold. It's 24 centimeters across. And I'm going to do it in 2 stages. Because I love the blues. I live near the beach, near the coast. I love the blues. I'm going to have 4 different colors. I've got 4 little cups here. And I'm going to just put in some gorgeous bluey green, sort of aqua oceany colors. So I've made up a little bit of resin. It's probably way too much. I did 50 grams of A and 22 grams of B in the Platinum 360 Plus. So I'll just divide this kind of equally between my 4 cups, between my 4 colors. And if I don't use it all, that's fine. I'll chuck it in a turtle or something, a turtle mold or something like that. I'll do something with it. Won't be wasted. But yeah, it's probably a little bit too much. But then I didn't want to mix it all up and then not have enough. But, you know, first time using a new mold, you never know quite how much you're going to use. All right, so I have got, pop those in there. I have got some, these are all Let's Resin. I've got some sky blue and sapphire blue. So we'll just pop 1 drop in each. So I want them to be really quite, it's quite empty, this one, really quite transparent. I don't want them to be dark. So hopefully just 1 drop will suffice. So those are the blues, and then I've got on this side we have cerulean and turquoise. So we'll see how those ones go. So yeah, basically I'm just going to get in there, 1 little drop. I'm just going to fill in the bubbles to begin with. That's the turquoise. Fill in the bubbles. And then once they are sort of touch dry, I'll come in with a clear coat. Right, so that one's our turquoise, so that's the sort of a more greenish tone. I'll move those out of the way. So yeah, this is exciting. That blue looks very dark. Just looking at that, looks very dark, doesn't it? I wonder if I can just take a little bit off the top of that ink. You can always add some more, but just looks very dark to me. Let's pop that over there. Can always add a little bit more. There we go. Going to stir it really, really well so it's not streaky. Probably looks darker than it actually is because it's in a cup there. All right, just bear with me while I get these stirred up. I'm so excited to use this. And if it's not dark enough, like that one, I can always add just another little drop. Or mix a couple of colours together. But I kind of wanted bluey greens, so we'll see. This one's, it says turquoise, but it's more of a green, isn't it? I'd say that's more of a green. And then this one, I think these ones are probably going to need an extra drop. They're quite transparent. That was the cerulean. Let me add another drop. Nearly out. I hate it when you're using these. Like I love these certain colours and I use them all the time, and then they run out and I've got the rest of the whole kit to use up, but all I want is another cerulean and another sapphire blue. I wish you could buy them separately. All right, so that's that one. The turquoise. Another drop for the turquoise. I wasn't quite sure, you see, how much I would need. So I just started with one, another drop for that. So they can each have two, and then this one's quite dark already, so it can just be one. All right, I'll just mix these real quick, and I'll come back to you. Right, we're all mixed up. Let me get my other glove back on now. So with this cerulean, it was a little bit too greenish, so I just actually dribbled a little bit of the blue into that. So I've got this more of a teal. All right. Put a little bit of that in. Oh, beige, probably not. It's not really blue. It says sky blue, but it's more of a aqua. So you can kind of mix your colours a bit if you want to, if you're looking for something in particular. Okay, now, all right, so pretty basic really. I'm just going to pinch, get my little cup, I'm just going to pinch this so that a little bit runs in. All right, here we go. Oh, it's a nice blue, even though it was quite dark. Gosh, it took a lot. Look at that, now I've not got any left. Oh my gosh. All right, let's do one of the smaller ones. Now this is going to take a little while. I'm not going to like fill them too much because it will spread. So fill it sort of 3/4 of the way. I'm going to have to mix up more resin, you guys. Fill it up 3/4 of the way, and then it kind of spreads. So, oh my gosh. You get the general idea. So they look cute. Oh my gosh. All right. Now this is the turquoise. Again, just fill it up 3/4 and let it spread. You can always come back and add a little bit more. So I think I've got, oops, you're a bit full. I think I've got 4 different sizes for my bubbles. So when I come back, I probably will have to make more. I never thought I'd have to make more. I thought that's going to be plenty. When I come back, I'll make up some more, and I'll do maybe some more, just a few different colors. Still in the bluey greens, of course. I might make them a little bit more transparent. Like the same colors, but different, sort of a bit lighter shade. All right, so that's that one. That's pretty empty. I'll use my same cups again though. I won't waste them. We'll use the same cups. All right, now this was the cerulean with a tiny bit of blue in it. Look at that. Pretty color. Pretty. So yeah, basically just wanted the blues and the greens. Feel free to fast forward, guys. Oh no, this is not terribly exciting. Whoops, not too much in those little teensy wincy ones. I didn't realize it would take so much resin. Whoops, don't overfill you. All right, let's see if I can get enough out of this. I can scrape it, but I've got my hands full over here holding the paper towel. Just have to let it drip. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, I'm in love with this already. Now this one, this is the sky blue, just the pale aqua. Where will we go? Oh gosh, in here. Little aqua one. Probably need like another shade of green. I might do like a lime. What do you think? These two are quite similar. Probably do with a bit of a lime tone. Where else with you? Oops, I've spilled. Be careful you don't spill, because you want clear over the top there. All right. I think that's it. Oh gosh. All right, I'm going to mix up some more resin. I'll do another 50 and 22. So basically I needed like, gosh, it's quite a lot. They look gorgeous, don't they? They look like little buttons. All right, I'm just going to take that glove off. Just zap the middle. I can see that the bubbles have just sort of come to the center there, so just give them each just a tiny little zap. You could use your heat gun as well. You don't have to use a torch. All right, I'll mix up some more resin. I'll be right back. This is so much fun. I've made up another same amount, 50 grams of A, 22 grams of B. Now I've got a little bit of this sapphire blue still in my cup here. Just going to add a bit of resin to it and see if we get a really pale blue. So same tone as those, but pale. You don't know how strong the colours are going to be, do you, until you mix them up. As you saw, this only had like half a drop, and then the others all had 2 drops. So it's very different. How's that going to look? All right, I'll pop that in a couple of them. You can go over here. Just because I do like that colour. Don't need it to be quite as dark. There we go. And here. All right. Now I've got, that looks nice. I don't think I need any more glue. I've got a lime from Deco Rom. So we'll move that blue out of the way. We'll use this little cup here that had the green in it. Pop a tiny bit of clear in there and a drop. So the Let's Resin are more highly concentrated inks anyway. So this is the Deco Rom. It's more of a, it's a lime, so it's going to give us sort of that yellowy green, which I think will be also nice. Different shades of green. Always works nicely. All right, here we go. Actually, let's change. I'm right-handed. Let's change. Right-handed. Oh, that's pretty. Very nice. We'll go over here. And then to balance it up here, oops, I've dripped. I dripped a drop. I dropped a drip. That little guy there was overflowing. I had to take some of that out. I didn't notice it until after I turned the video off, or paused it. I thought, oh my gosh, it's dripping. So I just got my paper towel in my finger and I just poked into it like that and it came out. Right. Another little collection of bubbles. They come up to the center, so they're pretty easy to pop. Alrighty, oh, love that. I might do another one of those. I do like that. That pale green. Yeah, let's put you in the middle. Should we put you in the middle? Actually, I don't know if I've got enough. Might not be enough for the big one. I'll put you over here. Okay, this is why I had my little piece of paper towel before to catch the drips. All right, so now I've got, move those out of the way, I've used those. I've got Aqua from Ranger and Turquoise from Ranger. So, let's try the turquoise. Use that same little cup there. Let's see what shade this is, because each brand has a different shade. If it's too similar to one of the others, I'll leave it out. Oh no, it's more of a true aqua actually. I think that'll look nice. These two are very similar. I shouldn't have put that extra drop of blue into my sky blue, should I? All right, let's see what this looks like. Okay, it's very similar. Do you think that's too similar? It is very similar to the one next to it, isn't it? Okay. All right, let's not do that. Let's add a drop of lime to it, because those two there are very similar. And another drop of aqua to it. I don't know, we'll just make up a colour that's a bit different to what we've already got, eh? But I have still got clear resin left, so if I don't like any of these, that's fine. I'll just make up another small colour, another couple of drops of aqua to the lime. I just don't want it to be too similar to this guy here now, that's all. Hard to know. Let's just pop a little bit over here for now. Let's see what that's going to look like. Okay, it is similar to the lime, just a little bit darker. Let me have a look. What's this? Turquoise. Turquoise. Let's see what that's like, shall we? So it's probably a good idea not to use up all your clear until you've worked out what you want to do. Let's pop a couple of drops of that turquoise in there. Probably need a little bit more blue, don't I? I've got quite a lot of turquoisey happening there. So that's too similar. What can we do with that? What can we do with that? Let's pop a cerulean in there. This is harder, you guys, harder than I thought. Only because I'm trying to get different shades of blue, I guess. Let's see what that's going to look like. No. No. Get out. All right, I only need a couple more colours. Zap those bubbles. What else can I do? I'm liking the lime. I am liking the lime. Let's do some more of the lime. Let's make it really pale, hey? Really pale lime. Use the same cup. But yeah, look, just fast forward if you're bored of me mixing colours. It's a bit hard for me to take my sticky gloves off and pause and restart and all that. Right, I'm going to put this one in the centre. Just a really, really pale lime. Let's see if I've got enough to do this one as well. Might have to scrape that one out. Right, now I've only got a couple more to do. Oops, I've gone over the edge there. What other colours should I do? I think I put a bit much in. It's hard to tell. It is, it's tricky. Well, anything you do for the first time is always tricky, I think, isn't it? Until you work out what's the best way of doing things. Okay, you guys. How about some more blue? How about some more blue? Try with some more blue. wonder if I can get another shade from someone else, another brand, just for the last few. I think I've got enough aqua. I feel as if I've got enough green. It could do with a little bit more blue. I'll see what I can find. There's Denim by Ranger. Let's try that, shall we? Let's get my sticky gloves back on. Just do one, just for a different shade. Okay, that's going to need another drop. It's almost a turquoisey blue. Just for a different shade of blue. I think it's similar to that. If I've got any blue left. I'm going to pop a tiny bit of sapphire into it, but I only want a tiny bit, so I'm just going to touch that like that and see how that goes. It's more of a sea green, that one. That's looking nice, isn't it? That's a bit different to the other colours. Hopefully that's a bit different to the other colours. Where is it? One more. So yeah, you can, mix your colours until you get what you like. Oh, the other thing I was thinking, like there's a few things I want to do with this. I want to do the Chameleon Pigments on it. I think that would look amazing. You could put little dried flowers in each. There's so many things that you could do. Let me know what you would do with it. Give me some ideas of what you'd like to see. Okay, so that's pretty. Look at that. That's a nice dark kind of, oh, I've got turquoise. Be careful with these little ones. I might take a bit out. Clean up around it later. All right, so nearly done, you guys, nearly done. I do like this color. It's kind of, it's between the greens and the blues. It's a really pretty turquoise. Oh, look at that. I made a color that I like. A new color. Oh, no, I can't put two next to that one. I have to put something else in there. What have I got left? All right. Anyway, I'm going to figure out another two little colors for that. And I'm going to give it a quick little torch. I've taken enough of your time, so I'm not going to bore you with filling in these last little two. But yeah, I will see you when these are touch dry and it's time to put the clear coat on, all right? But in the meantime, have a think about what you would do with this mold. I think there's so many things you could do with it. All right, I will be back shortly. I forgot that I said I was going to do a little turtle with the leftovers. So there's my turtle mold. I'm just going to take it over here and give it a spray with some 100% alcohol. Whoops. It might help if I actually sprayed it down instead of spraying it up into my face. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do like a dirty pour. Let's put a little bit of blue. We don't even need all of this, but, and a little bit of the lime and the turquoise. Yeah, we'll just do like a dirty pour and see what happens. Hey, a little bit more of the blue. And, oops, I need to get these gloves off. I'm a sticky mess. Some more lime. Resin's getting quite thick now. Just give it a bit of a tap, just so that it can go into the head. Use all of that. It's flowing. It's just very slow to flow. It's a slow flow. All right, I just need to get that last little flipper. I'll just pour into it. The resin's quite thick now, so it's not flowing as well. And I may get a few bubbles because, you know, it's thickened up now. All right, and a little bit of this green just to take it up to the top. Alrighty, that's it. Right, that's a good use of leftovers. Although it may well be quite bubbly because it's thick. All right, I'm gonna get rid of these gloves, clean up my mess. I will see you guys in a few hours for the top coat. Righto, so it's been a few hours and my little bubbles are touch dry. So I've made up a cup of resin, same resin, 360 plus. I did 175 grams of A and 75 grams of B, so that's 250 grams, which is about a cup. So, yeah, all we have to do is basically pour it in. I'm going to try and pour it onto the silicone. Here it goes. I've turned the heater on in my studio. Because it was only 21 degrees in here and I don't want to get the amine blush because this is the top coat, so I've got to be careful not to get it. Well, I'm going to try not to get it by turning the heater on and try to bring the temperature up to about 25 degrees, 24, well anything over 23 really helps with the amine blush or bloom. So with this mold, you can have it as thick or as thin as you want it. You don't have to go all the way up to the top, which I haven't done in this case. Now, I'm just going to go around with my little silicone tool here and just dislodge any little bubbles I can see clinging to the edge. There's a few there, just a few, not too many, but they do like to cling to the edge. Pesky little things. And then they'll come up to the surface and then I can just zap them with my torch or heat gun, whichever you like to use. That's basically it. I'm just going to babysit it just for a few minutes and make sure that I get all the bubbles, because, you know, I want this to be as clear as possible. Just go over it with my torch there. Don't go, like, if you overheat your resin, you'll burn it and you'll either get like a skin on top or you'll get yellow patches where you've actually burnt it. So just be careful. Don't burn your resin. So I'm up to 23 degrees at the moment, which is good. So hopefully we won't get that amine blush or bloom on the top. It's like that oil slick. It's like an oil slick on top of your resin. This resin doesn't like to be cold. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Oh, there's another bubble. I'll just run the very point of that very gently around the edge there. I don't want it to come up over my mold, like over the edges. So I'll just go slowly, don't create too much of a wave. So I don't want it to come up too high. just release any bubbles that are there. Around we go. I think that's about it. Okay. Got a couple of little bubbles up with that one. So yeah, I'll just do that probably in another few minutes. And yeah, we'll wait till tomorrow to unmold it. The other thing I was thinking too, you could put like sand in those and then put little seashells in them. Wouldn't that be cute? Anything really, all kinds of things. All right. But I'm looking forward to doing the chameleon powders on it. So, yeah, that'll be coming up soon. But I will see you guys. There's a bubble. Come on, bubbles. Up you come. I will see you guys when it's time to unmold. All right. See you then. Right, so I'm back. It's the next day. I was supposed to come back and put handles in when the top was sort of semi-cured, but I had to go out. I had an appointment with the accountant to do all the tax, you know, that horrible time of the year. And then when I came home, it was rock hard. So I'm going to just, I'm going to glue them on. But let's have a look, see how the turtle turned out, eh? Might as well see how he turned out, and then I'll glue those handles in because I think it would make a really pretty tray. All right, now I'm just going to wriggle, wriggle, wriggle to get his little head out. There we go. All right. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. Doesn't the dirty paw just mix the colours beautifully? Like when you look inside, you can see like different shades of blues and greens and teals in there. It's still quite transparent. A little bit of bits there to sand off, but not much at all. He's really cute, isn't he? It's a good way to use up your leftover resins, just to pour it into something little. So there you go. All right, back to this beauty. Now, I'm going to use this E6000 glue. I got this one at Spotlight. Yeah, not sure where everybody gets it from, but I found it at Spotlight. And the handles I got from Amazon. If it's kind of dried up over the top, just peel a little bit off with a toothpick, get that little bit off. Where did it go? There it is. Dropped it into the depths. All right, now I have, see the little tiny black dot there and little black dot there? I put them there and I just kind of rolled it to the side and put my black dot down just so that I'd remember where to put it. Now, just a little bit. Hopefully it'll, nope, doesn't want to come out. Poke it a bit more. Hopefully it will come out. I did leave the lid off for a little while the other day when I was using it, so hopefully I haven't ruined it. There we go, there's a bit coming out. It's probably, oh no, it's a bit thick. Oh gosh. Hang on, let me get this sorted. It must have ruined the whole thing, what I had left, because it's just coming out in a big worm and it's not sticky. So yeah, I think I've ruined it. I did forget to put the lid on the other day. So let's go with a new one. And there's a little spike in the top of the lid. If you don't know how to do these, you just have to pierce that little piece of foil or whatever it is there, and then we're good to go. So, just as well I've got a spare, hey. Now I don't want to put too much on because I don't want it like oozing out the sides. So I put a little blob in the middle because I don't want it to ooze out the sides and then you'll be able to see it. So don't want that. And the other one, just a little blob. All right, now I'll put them onto my little dots there. You can move them around a little bit. Now make sure they're equal distance from the mold. And it should just sit there. A little bit oozed out. I don't know if I can just, what can I use? What can I use? A little silicone stick just to clean that up. Only a tiny bit oozed out there. Okay. All right, let's do the next one. This won't take very long to set up at all. I mean, ideally it would have been better if I'd done it yesterday, but yeah, didn't happen. So that's okay, we can just glue them on. It's not a drama at all. Okay, now while that's still a bit wet, I can, where's my ruler gone? Make sure that they're just equal distances apart. It's about 15.7 and 15.7. Okay, so that is perfect. So we'll just let that sit there. Don't keep fiddling, don't move it. And I will be, put the lid on, okay? Put the lid on. All right, nice and tight. All right, I'll be back when they set and we will unmold it. Yay! Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. I'm hoping that the glue is set. So I'm not going to lift up the handles, but I really want to get this out. So let's cross our fingers that the handles will stay. Oh, here we go. This is so exciting. So obviously we're going to have that bubble effect on the bottom, which is what I love. It's actually a really famous glass company that does something similar. Not that I've copied them because, you know, I wouldn't. I was certainly inspired by them. If you know about glass, you may know about them. Oh my gosh, that just looks so much nicer without the mold on the bottom. Look at that. It's out. Oh wow. Let's pop it down on the table. And it doesn't wobble. It's sturdy. Yay, look at that. Oh wow, it's so pretty. Oh wow, I'm so happy with it. I'm going to have to get you down so that you can see the bubbles on the bottom. I wonder if I can turn it over. I don't really want to turn it over yet because I'm worried about my handles. But look at that. Oh wow, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I need something dark to put underneath. Hang on one sec. Nope, don't have anything big enough. I've got a small circle of black, but nothing that big. All right, here we go. I'm going to hold on to those. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. Can you see the bubble texture? They're not huge bubbles because, you know, obviously you don't want to make your mold too deep because then it gets expensive if you use up too much silicone. But there it is. Wow. I mean, I don't know that you'd use the top because you couldn't really put anything on it because it's bubbly. But yeah, it's certainly, I love it, you guys. I'm so glad it worked. Alrighty, it will be available in my store. Please be patient though. I can only make one a day in winter, well, spring. Maybe when summer comes along and it's warmer in my studio, I can up it to 2 a day. But at the moment, I can only make one a day. So please be patient if you do want one. I will get one to everyone. Yay. Oh, and I'm also in the process of making a matching coaster set in bubbles. They'll be a little bit smaller, obviously, because the coasters will only be that big. But I'm so excited. Now, remember, I'm going to do the chameleon powders on the inside. Yes. And I'm also... I've got another couple of ideas, but anyway, let's go. Moving on to the next thing. I've got a couple of really exciting videos coming up for you. So make sure you stay tuned and watch those. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you've really enjoyed my bubble tray as much as I have enjoyed making it. There we go. All right. We'll see you real soon for the next video. Okay, take care. Bye for now.